Okay, so take the front, put a stitching groove around the edge. I'm doing 1/2 centimetre here because my welt is 1 centimetre wide. This is the welt here. Notice how I've cut out the inside exactly to it, but I've left a couple of mil around the outside so that when I sand it down it will be nice and smooth. Once I've punched the front, I haven't marked or punched the back, I take the two and I put some double-sided sellotape between them. This would be the same if you were doing a fold-over taco sheath or like this one. Just the front and the back, not the welt. Okay, this will hold it in place while I drill through the front and back, so I'll get exactly matching holes. Okay, so the next part is we're going to drill it. We've started by taking a finishing nail, which looks like that. I use a sander and I grind off the top and smooth out the bottom so that it can fit in my drill, and looks like that. Cool. It's quite hard to get it exactly straight, so get it as straight as you can. Try not to bend it as you're putting in. And then depending on the shape of your sheath, this one's a flat sheath, so I'm just putting it straight on there. If I have a fold over sheath like a taco sheath, I'll use a block so that I can sit the edge of it on the block and keep it flat. You don't want to be drilling through something on an angle because then the hole will come out weird on the other side. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to drill through each one of these holes all the way through so that it comes out on the other side and it will be in a beautiful straight line. Okay, so as you can see here, we've now drilled all the holes. You can see it goes all the way through, and if you look on the back you can see that we have a beautiful straight line of holes here. The next step is to take off the front. We're just going to peel that off the tape and then we're going to remove the tape, and I'll show you the next step. So before you glue, remember to rough up the part that you're going to stitch the glue onto, on both the welt and the sheath. I'm using this tool here, which is like a little file, but a bit of sandpaper works just as well. Okay, so I'm just using F2 contact adhesive. Put my adhesive on this side of my welt, and I've spread it around the edge of where I'm going to glue the welt. I've tried to avoid getting it into the middle, but you do want to take it right up to the edge here if you can, and it doesn't matter if it overlaps the line a wee bit. Stick them together, push them together, you'll have almost an instant bond. Job done. So the next step is we're going to come back to the drill and we're going to flip this over. This is the side of the welt attached, and we're going to re-drill through these holes, which will ensure that it all lines up perfectly. Okay, I then just go back around like this and just tidy up the welt side. It's not, you don't have to do this, but I do find that it lines up better when I do. At this stage, if you're going to waterproof your sheath, you'll want to waterproof this part here. Don't get any on here because we're going to glue that. You'll also want to waterproof in here as well, so that the knife can be protected from the elements on the inside. Okay, so the final step to line it up, we're going to glue on the top of the welt, we're going to glue around the edge of the front piece, and then I'm going to poke. These are finishing nails, so they're the same size as the one that we used on the drill. These are a little shorter, but that's what's going to help me line it up. Okay, and once the glue has dried, I'm just going to line up the holes by poking the nail in There we go. And making sure that they all go in all the way down. There we go. Alright. All the way down, and then I'm going to push it down to sandwich it. So you don't push them all the way down, they just have to stick out enough that they're going to link up with that hole. And then we're just going to push this part down to sandwich it. And then once that's dried, I'm going to take the nails out. It will have a perfectly lined up holes. So you want to put the nails in at strategic points like first and last holes, any tips, corners or angles, and then just spread out so that you're going to be holding the edges in more or less a straight line.